Okay. So here is our update number 3 for Indy. He's been doing really, really great. Continuing to progress. Been working on everything that you've seen in the previous videos. Probably the new thing that you'll see today on the video is we've started incorporating the leash into our little walks here and healing. And he's doing pretty good with it. The key to it is just kind of keeping them engaged. And again, that's usually only for short little sessions. But he's doing well. He's catching on to the automatic sit when I stop moving. He'll sit next to me in the heel position. And he's doing great. Oh, the other new thing that he's doing too is we're working on stay, and he might make a fool of me with the video, but he's actually been doing really, really excellent on that. I've been able to put him in the stay here at the back of the room and walk all the way to the other end, and he stays put until I return. So he's doing really well with that. We'll see, of course, what he shows us today. Again, he's doing great in his crate now. Little to no whining at all. He kind of knows that's his little den. And we've also done the Dremel on his nails now once, and he was really pretty good about it. A little bit squirmy, but nothing that, I did it myself, just holding him in one hand and doing the Dremel in the other. So he's well started on that. If you guys plan to use the Dremel, I think we'll just continue with that, and he should be good for it. So he's kind of ready to go, so I'm going to grab some treats I've got over on the windowsill, and we'll get started and just see how he does here. So this leash is a little long. Again, I kind of talked last time about the coordination between the clicker and the leash and all of that. I tie a little knot in it here, and I just slip my hand through it and then hold the clicker in this same hand, and that's usually works pretty good. So I'm going to get some treats here. Okay, so we'll just start off with some manding. Now, to get him in the heel position, I lure him with a treat here. And he's actually been kind of hard to lure. Sometimes I gotta move. So get his feet moving, get him over here. And I keep holding holding that treat right in front of his face. I'd like him right there. There. That's where I want him, right next to me. This is the heel position. And so lots of clicks and treats. Oops, and he dropped it, so it's gonna take him out of position. But again, that's okay, he's out of position, so I'm just gonna try and lure him back to where he needs to go. There, and he sits. Except, see how he's a little bit behind me there? He likes to do that. There we go. He's getting better though. So I'll start off, good boy, with this before I start walking usually, just to kind of remind him, sit, good boy. So this is where I want him to be. A little bit more forward, good boy. And now that he's started to grasp the concept of what I want, being picky on his position is okay. Because now that he knows the concept of what I'm trying to teach him, then now is when we kind of work on refining it and asking him a little more and more each time. So when I first started this, see how he's sitting right next to me there? He's not in front of me, he's not behind me. That's the perfect spot. He, in the beginning, was sitting for me, but back there, just like that. That's what he was doing in the beginning, in which, in the beginning, you always reward the slightest try. But now, since he kind of understands the concept, I say, actually, instead of sitting oops, his leg is caught. Instead of sitting behind me there, I need you to sit right up here, right next to my leg. Just like that. And so I've just been practicing a lot of this sitting in the heel position and rewarding him for being right up here next to my leg. And see how he keeps looking up at me? Again, treats are your friend. In the beginning, I mean, they don't know what you want, and you've got to have something that motivates them to keep looking for the answer here. All right, so I'm just going to start now. So when I want to take off, I give him I'm going to lure him with a treat. No, come right up here. There we go. I'm going to lure him with a treat and tell him the word heel. And I'm also going to walk off with my left leg first. If you ever wanted to get into obedience, like competitively, or you just want to teach them in general, usually when you want the dog to walk off and follow you without a verbal command, you'll walk off with the leg that they're right next to, almost like they're connected to it. If you wanted to walk off and have your dog stay, I would walk off with my right leg first, and that's kind of his cue whether to stay or follow. Obviously he does not know that yet, but I'm going to try and be conscious of it, and keep walking off with this left leg that he's connected to. All right, so I'm just going to get started. So I'm going to say heel, have him follow me. And again, I don't want him to get too far in front of me there, so I might lure him with a treat. And I'll have him sit. Good boy. Heel. And I might click as I go, because I liked how he wasn't, good boy. I liked how he wasn't jumping. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. And so we're just working on short little distances. Sometimes his feet get stuck and he doesn't follow. I just try and lure him the best I can. And I kind of ignore all this chewing on the leash. Get his attention. Lure him here. You can also lure him and then heel and then just walk right off. And now wait for sit, click, treat. Excellent. And he took off on his own. That's all right. So he never gets in trouble for just leaving. We're just going to try and redirect him back to where he needs to be. Boy. Heel. He's really distracted with the leash today. Come here. So I don't try and take the leash out of his mouth. I try and get his attention with a treat here. And I might have to go to a little bit different treat. I've got some chicken over there. If I don't get his, I'm just going to grab a chicken. That's where another thing is kind of rotating through the different treat options is good. Because you do, when he's just really distracted with this. Oh yeah, he's like, okay, you got chicken. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. Heel. There we go. You see the difference? Good boy. Heel. Try and catch him before he gets out in front of me. Yes. Heel. Lure him. Right here. Good boy. Heel. Excellent. Heel. That was really good right there. Good boy. Okay. And then if I'm coming out of the heel position, like I need to grab some more treats, I usually use the word okay. And that's kind of how they know they're released from their position. So I'm going to lure him here. Lure into sit. Treat. Good boy. Heel. There we go. Good boy. Heel. Here. Heel. Good boy. So lots and lots of luring for him because he is kind of hesitant about following. Heel. So like there, he didn't follow me. The second he comes forward, I'll click him and treat him. Heel. Because I want him to learn that following me and coming forward will get him a reward. So that kind of gives you, heel. Good boy. That kind of gives you an idea, okay, on where he's at with the walking on the leash at the heel. He's getting the foundation pretty good. He has the concept, so this is something that you guys are going to have to, if this is something you want to utilize with him, you're going to have to continue this training at home. So I'm just going to go ahead, we could probably work on that a bit more, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to go on to the next thing. So I'm going to see where he's at with staying for us. Come here, Indi. Good boy. So I'm going to put him in a sit. Good boy. Stay. Excellent. Good boy. Stay. Excellent. Good boy. So that's really about where he's at with stay. Where you would keep progressing him with that and what I will keep progressing with the next couple days that I still have him is just, again, increasing the duration. So I walk away and maybe I walk away and stand away from him for 3 seconds and then 5 seconds before returning and then 7 seconds before returning. And you just kind of start building on that. But he's got, his stay is pretty good. Sometimes when he's really enthusiastic, you tell him to stay and he'll kind of bark at you and jump around. Just ignore it. You just kind of got to wait for him to calm down. And then he'll kind of listen to what you're saying. But sometimes, as you saw in the last video, he can get kind of enthusiastic. But he is really an attentive puppy. In terms of him wanting to please and figure it out. All right, so I'm going to do it again. Stay. Like, that's kind of what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to ignore that. Indi. Hey. Come here. That's a good boy. Jump. Get in. Come over here so they can see you. Stay. Good boy. Down. 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 Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Come here. Come. Good boy. Boy. Down. And so this is just fine. This is puppy training. I mean, their attention span can be, 5 minutes one day, 10 minutes the next day, 3 minutes. So he's kind of getting to his point, I think. But we will just do a little bit more here. Sit. Indi. Down. There he goes. Good boy. Let's see. We haven't done practice start standing for a couple days. So let's see where he's at with that. Good boy. Good boy. So he's also increased the duration there on his standing behavior. Again, this would be if I was going to show him, but and just to another thing to train him to do. Let's see if I was going to take another step forward right there. Good boy. Whoops. I just dropped a bunch of treats. And the other thing too is, I mean, just remember when you guys take him home, oops, puppy training, it's a lot of ups and downs, and some days they get it really great. Take a break from it. Like here, he just stood really quietly at that stand for a few seconds, and really, that's probably the best he's done yet. But I actually haven't worked on it the last 2 training sessions, so sometimes like that was really good. Sometimes just leaving it and then coming back to it a couple days later, sometimes I don't know if it just gives their little brain a rest from it or whatever, and they come in a little more refreshed, but sometimes that's okay too. But a little bit every day is definitely going to get you somewhere, doing something. So basically, we are going to continue with our leash training and healing with the automatic sit, and just kind of continue to build off of everything that you've seen in the videos. He's super sweet. He's actually kind of started showing a little bit of a sensitive side to him now, where if he kind of he's getting into something in the house, I just kind of talk to him in a firm voice. That is plenty for him to realize he's not supposed to be doing what he's doing. So he's really in tune to your voice and your tone. He wants to be with you. He's a great little snuggler. I think he's got a great off switch in the house for a puppy. After he's had 30 minutes of run around time outside in the snow, and you bring him in and you just want to hang out. I mean, he quiets down really nice. So I'm really excited for you guys to meet him in a couple days. So, all right, that's our little update video. And we'll plan on seeing you guys soon. All right, let's go turn around.